Hey everybody, it's Coach Monica here. Hey, listen, I just wanted to spend a couple minutes with you today. This is a bonus teaching that just something that's been on my heart as I have been going through my coaching in the last couple of days and seeing how everybody's doing. By the way, you're doing incredible. And I just I want you to know that there are seasons in this journey, right? There are seasons when you're going to feel euphoric. There are seasons when you're going to feel like you're failing. There's seasons when you feel bored. There are seasons, reminds me of a Bible verse that is in Ecclesiastes. There's a time for everything under the sun, and there's a season for your journey right now. And I just want to encourage you with that today. No, you're not alone. Know that your other colleagues, your other classmates are going through the same thing, and you're not alone. So today, I just wanted to talk to you, and I wanted to give a quick teaching about the ingredients to successful weight loss. I have been on my journey this is my 5-year anniversary, lost 120 pounds, feeling great. It has, a lot of times people look, you can't see that picture there behind me, but a lot of people look at that picture and they think, well, she did that in 6 weeks. No, she didn't do that in 6 weeks. She did that in a year. And throughout that year, she had ups and downs. She felt discouraged. She felt like she was gaining weight. She did gain weight. She gained, she lost. She went through times, and especially as a coach, your coaches, all of us do this. We biohack ourselves. So when we figure out something that we'd like to try with our clients, the Keto Mom certification method says you got to try it on you first, then you got to run it through the boss. Then, there's a lot of layers that you have to go through. So a lot of our coaches have been on the same journey, and they're trying things, and they're doing it with you. But my weight loss success didn't happen overnight, and it didn't come with bumps and bruises and temptations and what do I do here, when do I raise my macros. It didn't come with no bumps. And so I wanted to talk to you about 3 things that you need for successful, sustainable weight loss. Okay, the first one is you have to have the right nutrients. We have learned through our modules that the nutrients matter, right? The things that we put in our bodies matter. Maltodextrin, when we put it on our bodies, that's going to stall you faster than anything. Maltodextrin is a chemical that politicians have said is sugar-free. And you know my pet peeve about this. You know how I believe that it should be labeled as even higher glycemic index than sugar, table sugar. So nutrients matter, but they have to be attainable. Okay. So when you think of the ketogenic journey, don't think of that as this specific recipe, right? This specific plan that you got to follow or you're going to mess up. Listen, I just talked to a client today about busy life. Okay. And I don't think she'd care if I tell you, I'm not going to tell you who she was, but she's a business owner. She's a woman in the corporate world. And the frustration that we as women in the corporate world feel is convenience. In fact, I don't think we are alone in that. As moms, convenience is important. As business owners, as CEOs, as men who are in this construction field, it is a common denominator that convenience is king, right? We've got to almost break ourselves from being addicted to convenience when we really could put an extra bit of effort into it to eat healthy. So relying on convenience as an excuse versus convenience as a reality. There are times when I get home from the gym and I get home and there is no time between when I get home and my first client of the day. And so for me, convenience is absolutely huge. So what I have learned, and this is a tip that I just gave to my client, what I have learned is, and this is embarrassing because a lot of times, especially my new clients, a lot of times they'll be like, oh, Monica, give me your beautiful meal plan, right? I'm putting my phone on do not disturb so that nobody calls when I'm doing this. So a lot of times people will be like, Monica, you must have the hallelujah chorus of meal plans. Sometimes I am so embarrassed to say, no, not this girl. Coach Brandy, yes, she's Martha Stewart of keto. Like she is the bomb diggity. So is my sister, Coach Darcy. Oh my gosh, those girls can whip up something like you wouldn't believe. Well, the owner of the company, the CEO of Keto Mom Coaching, no, she's not like that. Let me tell you, sometimes my meals, and so when people ask me, what do you eat, Monica? I'm like, can I give you Brandy's meal? Can I give you Coach Darcy's, what she does? No, because Coach Monica had a rotisserie chicken for supper. You know, Coach Monica had 6 eggs for supper. Listen, there's nothing saying what you have to eat for breakfast. We've put that in there. We put this brand of pancakes, you know, cereal, all of these breakfast foods. There's no such thing as a breakfast food. You can have fish for breakfast. Whatever fits your lifestyle is okay for you. So you have to have that attainability when it comes to meal planning. Don't put yourself in another camp. If you're not in that beautiful Martha Stewart picture perfect lifestyle, don't put yourself over there because you're setting yourself up for failure. Put yourself in the Coach Monica field of simplicity is the only thing that I have. Sometimes I'm coaching till late at night. I don't have time. I don't have time, money, effort. There's nothing in me with that. So take yourself out of this perfect world and allow yourself to sit here with me. One of my favorite meals that I have is canned chicken, which I have to rinse it off because there's cornstarch in canned chicken, a lot of it. Rinse it off if that's the case. But sometimes I'll just go to grab a can of chicken. I'll put 3 tablespoons of almond flour in there. I'll put a handful of shredded cheese in there. I'll put an egg in there, mush it all up together like little chicken nuggets, put it in the air fryer. And that night I have chicken nuggets that I am dipping in my homemade mayo. By homemade mayo, do you know what I mean by that? I don't mean Coach Brandy's homemade mayo because she makes a mean one, or hers is ranch. Oh my gosh. Whoa, she's got some good stuff there. I can't do that. So what I do is I go and I get the Primal Kitchen. That's nasty stuff. That's really gross. I put some vinegar, some swerve in there. I douse that thing up and I make it where I can eat it. Sometimes all I have is a plate of chicken nuggets at mealtime. You know what? That's okay. That is okay. You don't have to be fancy. Okay, get yourself off the hook. Nutrients matter. You got to eat healthy, nutritious food. Number 2, your mindset. Mindset is it is important. I'm going to put it right up there with it. It is as important as what you're putting in your body, your mindset. If you don't have commitment, my friend, you're done. If you don't have commitment, courage, capability, confidence in yourself that you are so determined to get healthy, you know what? You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. You have to do the scary things before you feel capable. When you first joined KM Coaching, by the way, we're switching our branding. You're going to be hearing a lot about KM Coaching, KM Health Coaching. It's because we want to welcome the guys in. We want to welcome that coaching in. And so we're working on a soft rebrand. You'll find it. You actually, when you opened your app and you're getting notes from your coaches, you probably already saw the first of the rebranding. New logo. Did y'all see that? Woohoo! It's exciting. You got to do the scary thing before you're capable. You know what the scary thing is? The scary thing is passing up on the crap. The scary thing is joining. The scary thing is telling your coach, you know what? I can't do this. I can't do this by myself. The scary thing is logging that cheat that you did and seeing the ramifications and how many carbs was in that. The scary thing is being honest with yourself. You got to do the scary thing before you feel capable. When you do the scary stuff, you're going to just drum up some courage and you're going to start to live again, right? Self-belief sustains you. It is the number 1 predictor of success. If you go into this thinking, I've failed every other thing that I've done, you're going to fail this too, right? But you have to believe that this mindset is going to change. This mindset has to change. If you don't change the mindset, you will eat perfectly for about 2 days, right? So mindset is the second ingredient. Confidence is the best acquisition that you have. And it's the most powerful thing that you're going to do to change. Confidence. Believe in yourself. Anchor yourself into that freedom. When you anchor yourself into that freedom, there is nothing taking you. There's no cupcake. There is no piece of, chips. There's nothing that will take you out. Anchor yourself in confidence. Know your worth, and then you can do it. Mindset. You got to get out of this frumpy mindset, y'all. You got to get out of the ditch. You've got to get out of the ditch. You've got to allow your coach to help you. All right. The last one is to refuse to adopt shame and guilt. We're going to mess up. There is no shame in any food that God created. There's no shame in any of the old lifestyle. What we want to do is we want to build up this new healthy attitude and this new healthy mindset of I am not living in the past. I'm not living how I used to feed myself. I'm not living as a food addict. And we've got to refuse to accept anything less than victory. I'm serious, you guys. There are some times that when I meet with clients and I see the defeat and I see somebody who is not tracking because they don't want their coach to see it, that's shame, that's guilt. Listen, we don't care what's on that. The only person that should care is you. Because if you lie to practice better, you're not lying to us, you're lying to yourself. And there's no shame allowed in this journey at all. I want to tell you a story, and I want to tell you the reason why we coach. Okay. It's a parable, maybe. I think that's what it's called, but let's just settle down. My capability of telling stories is not very good, but I'm going to wing this one. Okay. So there was this man and he fell into this pit, huge pit. He couldn't get out. He fell into this deep despair. He panicked. He's like, oh my gosh, how do I get out of this pit? There's nobody around. He's looking up. There's nobody around. What do I do? How do I get out of this? I'm trapped in this pit. What do I do? Up along the side of the pit, there comes this guy that's walking by and he's like, hey, what are you doing down there? And he's like, I don't know how I got down here. I don't know how I got down here. I don't know how to get out. This guy up on top happened to be a salesman. He's like, well, gosh, I got this product right here. I got this product. It's really good. The nutrients are incredible. It's going to change your life. It's only $19.95. In fact, because you're in the pit, I'm going to give it to you for half off. So the guy buys it thinking, well, this is going to get me out of the pit. All right. He buys it. The guy walks on by up at top, left the guy with his product in the pit. Salesman didn't get him out. So next walks by, and this is not an any jab to a salesman, a counselor, or anything of the sort. But there's a counselor that walked by. He's walking by. He's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing down there? Oh my gosh. Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about your feelings. How are you feeling down there? How's that making you feel? And he tried, and they had a long conversation about how, well, I don't feel great. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of worried that I'm not going to get out. And I just am feeling, maybe it's my mom's fault. I don't know. Again, not a dig on counselors. We need our people, right? The counselor kept walking. They did their job. They're very happy. Well, along comes this coach up at the top and looks down and saw this man down there. And the guy was really discouraged. He's like, well, the salesman couldn't help me. The counselor couldn't help me. Why would you be able to help me? So this coach jumps down in the pit with the guy, jumps down there. And he's like, well, what the heck did you do that for? Now we're both stuck down here. Why in the world did you jump down here? The guy leans over to the poor man that was stuck in the pit. He said, because I've been here before. Because I want to get in the pit with you. Because I know the way out. Do you get it? Your coach is in the pit with you. We know the way out. You got to do the things. We need you to believe in yourself. We need you to be honest. We need you to be willing to do weird stuff. Guys, if you saw my menu, you would think you're a crazy coach. You should not be owning a business like you are. You know what? I do what works for me. I want to tell you that your journey is worth it. I want to tell you that I need you to do the scary things. I need you to step away from the food that made you so sick. I need you to grieve over that food. And then I need you to find freedom, because there is so much freedom. Make sure your nutrients are on target. Make sure your mindset has been changed to victory. Anchor your mindset. This week has been a tough coaching week. A lot of us coaches we connect and we talk about you, we pray for you. We really get in the pit with you. And this week has been tough. A lot of times, we did a Facebook Live this morning, and I was talking about a lot of times people think that, that euphoria when you first started your health journey, and the euphoria and the things that we warned you about, hey, you're going to hit a wall. But when you hit a wall, we're going to be right there with you. And a lot of times it's hard to believe that you will hit that wall, right? And a lot of times you hit that 30 to 50 pound mark and you crash. We want to see you be able to succeed and jump over that 30 to 50 pound mark. But you've got to believe in yourself. You've got to change your mindset. Got to grab some confidence. And if you don't have enough confidence, grab some of ours. Okay. Anchor yourself. Anchor yourself. Now, when you think of an anchor, what do you think of? An anchor holds something in place, right? So I want to take you back to the moment that you started to get ketones. Do you remember that moment when you was about a week after detox? Detox is hell, right? I call it hell week. It was about a week after that. You're feeling good. The weight is dropping. You're feeling incredible. You're feeling a source of energy that you hadn't felt in a while. Remember that time? That's where I want you to anchor yourself. When you anchor yourself in that moment of feeling like you could tackle the world, you anchor yourself there, that's going to get you through from this picture to that picture. But if you give up and you say it's not worth it, I'd rather go get my convenience foods than actually plan something. And listen, I know as a weird eater, I know how to get out of that. If I got bored, have y'all had Brandy's, Coach Brandy's keto lasagna? Holy cow. If you haven't, have her invite you over for dinner. I know that there is a recipe. She was so gracious to give it to me. I know that that's there if I wanted to, and I'm okay with that. I don't. I eat my rotisserie chicken. I don't, but I know it's there. And so if I put forth the effort, did you know it does not take any more time to eat a hard-boiled egg than it does to open a Snickers bar? There's no more effort there, especially with today's gadgets. Maybe the way my mom made hard-boiled eggs, but it doesn't take any more effort. It's a choice. What you put in your mouth is a choice. I just want to encourage you today. I want you to know if you need help, we're here. Your coaches adore you. We're fighting for you. And I want you to know there's hope. So I want you to grab onto those ingredients. I want you to pick yourself up if you've fallen. If you haven't, I want you to anchor yourself. If you are living in one of those states of this feels fresh, it feels good, it feels like it changed my life, I want you to picture yourself dropping an anchor right there. Anchor yourself into it. Move into that, because it's not always going to be that way. That's not life. I love you big, and I am praying blessings over each and every one of your homes and over your journeys. You're amazing. You're amazing. Don't forget it.